Alright, so it's nighttime here. Just glowing here. I just thought it's going to be a reasonably short video. It's kind of a week out now from the chemi clean, so I'm going to kind of touch base with the, if it's still, showing no cyano or if it's back. I did add a couple of extra creatures here. I have a close-up of them. You can see, as I think it'll be I think it's a positive update. Let's get into it. So I made it to my pet shop here. Well, it's not really my pet shop. It's a pet shop about 100 miles away from me. I don't get there very often, but when I do, I like to pick things up. So I picked up some more pods. I got the Pioneer pods. And then I also picked up some Ocean Magic to help feed the pods and for my tank. I'm going to be doing more of this stuff here. Some of the subscribers have recommended to boost the pod population with things going on in my tank, so I'm going to give it a try. I'm always up for suggestions. So I got a good deal here on this Gorgonia. It was not a fancy one by any means, but just really too good to pass up here for the price that they were giving it to me. More over that here as we go on in the video. I did also, as you can see here in this bag, picked up a couple more turbo snails. I'm going to slowly try to boost up my snail population here because I really try to do things a natural way, but sometimes I can't take the long process. I also got some more peppermint shrimp, a couple of green emerald crabs. They're a little hard to see in the bag. I'll get them in a bowl here where we can see them a little bit better. Then I also got this guy here. I'd like to get it. I'm trying to think of a good name for him. He's pretty big, but they say he's reef safe, and from what I've read about it, he is. So we'll see how he is. There he is in the bowl, along with the two turbos that I got there. Just to give you a little bit better picture of them. And then here's the two green emerald crabs, the two peppermint shrimp. As you can see in there, there's a hitchhiker, a little starfish. I'm not 100% sure exactly what kind of starfish it is, if he's all right or if he's not. I didn't identify him, but I'm not going to put him in my tank. I'm not going to risk it. No reason to, because I don't know enough about it. But the little starfish, I kind of like to keep them, but in the same sense, I don't want to put something in there that's going to, cause harm or multiply and become another problem that I got to make a video on. But anyways, the two green emeralds. As you can see there, my hope for them is to either correct or help the green bubble algae problem that I have here since I've got away from the cyano. Now I got little green bubbles all over everything, so I got to take a better approach. The peppermint shrimp, the ones that I had, the coral banded shrimp that I had in the tank, he thought they were supper, so that's why I got more of them. What you see there moving on the screen come off of this Gorgonia. It's in one of its dips right now. And you can see I'm going to pull the camera over all sorts of stuff that come off this. Might be a reason why I got such a good deal on it, but this thing was, I don't know if any of these things are beneficial or not beneficial. Being as I don't know, I'm going to dip this baby, scrub it down good with a toothbrush, the base of it, maybe even take it off of part of that frag plug just to prevent eggs or that kind of thing getting in there. Because these, I'm not sure, but they don't look good to me. So if I don't have to put them in my tank, I'm definitely not gonna. But there's the Gorgonia. That it's pretty nice when it's all out. It's not real huge or anything, but that plug there, you can see the stuff crawling off it. This is just the first dip here. I'm gonna dip it right now, scrub it down real good with a toothbrush, the plug and everything, and see where it's at. I'm gonna put it rinse it, and then I'm most likely going to give it another dip. Take another good close look at it, see what we can come up with. If it looks like it's going to be too much, I might just actually put it in a little kind of a quarantine tank for a little while, and then wait and give it another dip, just to make sure. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure what these are, but being as I don't know, I'm not going to risk putting them in my tank. This is a prime example of why whenever you buy a coral or get one online or however you do it, always dip them. You don't want to put that stuff in your tank. So this is after 2 dips. It's in its clean stage right now. I'm just kind of inspecting it here, going over it, making sure there's nothing on it that shouldn't be on it. The water's clear. There doesn't appear to be any eggs or anything on there. I did scrub it pretty good with a brush, so I would assume that I got the majority of it. But there is kind of a weird, I don't know, crusting on the top of that frag plug, so I might actually get in there with a brush and really work that over too. I think it might be just algae, but I don't want to risk that as well. But that'll be most likely going in the tank. And then here, this is just a quick glimpse. You can see the starfish in the tank. If you look under there, you can see the little peppermint shrimp bobbing around underneath there, probably picking at some, aptasia, looking for food. And as you can see here, I got some green hair algae popping up quite a bit in this one area, right up there. If you look, as you see, I'll cover the rest of the tank here, but you can see the majority of it's right in that area. I'm going to be going and hand picking a lot of that off. And then, now that I got all the nutrients and everything back in check here, it seems to be growing. I had like 0 nitrates and almost 0 phosphate, so that's why everything like that wasn't growing. But then, as you can see, the cyano came in, and so now I got little patches of that stuff starting to pop back up. It's growing around the zoas here as well. I'm not 100% sure which route I'm going to take on that as far as getting that. I do want to get more snails and that type of thing. I would like to take care of it naturally. As you can see around the tank here, though, if you look, you can see that there is no cyano anymore. That has not come back. That chemi clean really did the job on that. But then now this is what it left behind. See, that rock is just covered with bubbles. And I'll tell you, when you go in there and you try to pick them off and they pop up and then they float somewhere else and they get stuck somewhere else, that's why I got the emerald crabs. I'm hoping that they go up there and start working that stuff over. Give them a little time, maybe even add a couple more emerald crabs. I'm not sure on that hair algae. I might actually, if I can't get it under control, I might just do a little fluconazole on it. That worked real good earlier. You can see I got that xena growing off the back of the glass back there. I had a couple people ask me about that, if I had a xena and if it grew on glass. Well, I just wanted to include that so you could see that in the video if you watch this. But as a whole, I mean, I'm not totally heartbroken about the bubbles or the hair algae now that I got rid of that red. I can definitely work with the hair algae and the bubbles. It's much improved for me. So that's the update here. Here's the blue starfish. I tried to get a little close up of it for you. He crawled right up on the glass first thing. Here's kind of a picture. The video here ended up being a little late coming out, so I added this at the end. This is another week out, just to show you, how picking off some of that hair algae is lessened it quite a bit, and the cyano's still gone. There is another couple little corals in front there by that bengai that I got in there that I added here since that little addition as well. I had some things happen here that pretty much prevented me from doing the video, so now that I am doing it, I just thought I'd add this in here on the end. just to give you a look at where the tank's sitting right now. But all in all, things are looking better. I did have the emerald crabs out. I did witness them actually eating the bubble algae or picking at it. There are some spots. I mean, they're pretty small emerald crabs, so if I'm going to rely on them, it's going to be quite a process. So I might end up going another route as well on that. If I do, I'll definitely include that in a video to come. That way, you guy can see, if it worked or if it didn't work and which route I took. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little update. Not a whole lot going on. A few things I added to it. We'll take it from there. We'll see how things go. Hopefully, if this keeps going in the right direction, I'll be able to keep progressing with the tank. Until then, next time, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, ring that bell so you know when I'm posting another video.